This is a Jmix exclusive.
Pop came in 95, September 95. I was already in the zone then. Dre was on his way out. You know, whatever happened between him and Suge.
What was it common knowledge that Dre was leaving before he left, or was it a surprise to everybody?
It was kind of in the air. It was kind of in the air. Cause the last thing I cut with Dre there was California Love. I went to his house. You know, he had a studio in his house in Calabasas. I went to the studio in his house and put the bass line down for that. And it was two versions. It was the one with Roger. I think Roger was on both versions. And it was the one with the bass line. Bump, 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 bump. But I wouldn't put the bass line down. That's one of the last sessions I did with Dre. And he was on his way out. He was kind of on his way out then. I ain't going to get into all that. But I'm just saying, by the time that happened and the little, every week check was cut off, I was well into making really good money playing with everybody, so I didn't have to worry about that part. Because I had respect, and like Death Row was kind of dangerous. If you wasn't respected, you know, it could be a problem. But I was respected by the gangsters, you know, and I'm from Detroit, so I come up knowing these kind of people all my life. So I just was very strong about who I was. You know, I come there just like Jimi Hendrix, my little sports cars, and doing my thing, and they loved it. So they treated me like I was a celebrity. And I wasn't tripping. I wasn't ego tripping. I was just doing me because I was very, very good at what I did. I usually, you know, most of the music I would take in one or two takes and have my part down, and it would add to whatever they were doing. You know, so my, you know, them and Pac, you know, he would be looking at me strange, like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? You know. But the first exact time I met him, I'm not sure. But this, you know, girl I used to know, you know, she told me to give him, she had a record out, and she wanted me to give Pac a number or something. He don't want to know how I knew her. So he knew I was in the game. But the first time I met him was me and Coney Mills. We did Same Old Ho. You know, that it's the one that goes like Cameo. Don't. That was the first session I played on with him, and he was really enjoying me and Coney killing that song. And he was nodding his head, and he gave me a look like, because it wasn't no like shake his hand or how you doing, Pac, or nothing like that. It was just you in the session. You know, you got to be. You know, his area was like everybody got to be pros on my session because I'm Tupac. So once he saw I was a super pro, he accepted me really a lot, you know. And
not to interrupt, but I've been told that there was certain etiquette that you had to follow. Like people weren't really allowed to act like they were impressed with somebody. I was told that Suge didn't like starfuckers. Does that make sense?
Most people have sense enough not to come in there acting the fool because they would do you up right there, you know, because they had policemen that would, you know, check you for guns and stuff like that. And then, you know, I was kind of lucky because she should like me. So Suge liked me, and I was like probably the most famous musician there, period. I'm not bragging, but I probably was. Because I was there almost every day, and I was killing all the sessions. And when Kevin Lewis came there, he had me on everybody's sessions. Plus I was doing Warren G's stuff. I was going traveling with him sometime. And I was really, really busy. I was probably the most busy guy there. And I was kind of, you know, I'm not saying I'm no star in them, but I was kind of famous for a musician. Everybody said, you know, they would holler my name, Ricky Rouse, or they would holler Snoop or holler Pop. So I had that kind of aura. And I wasn't an asshole with it. I wasn't trying to be, you know, I'm Mr. Big Shit. I was just being me. And I had been in the game 20 years by then. So I was an experienced musician and had been around stars all the time. So it was cool with me, and I stayed to myself, and I was cool. You know what I mean? I used to read, Dre used to have me read the cards on him. I read the cards on Pop, you know, and I even read the cards on Suge's girlfriend one time. And he didn't get mad. She asked me to read her cards. Anybody else, it would have been a problem, but he let me do it because he had respect. And that was the kind of guy. That's why I was surprised when this thing went down about with Tupac, because when Pac trusted me and saw that I was the cat, as far as really, because he would sit there and I would be playing and he'd just be looking and grooving and, he would be like really into it, and so Pac would actually, if I had a gig, sometimes I would gig way out in Newport Beach and leave there at 2 o'clock and drive all the way back to Can-Am. And Pac would wait for me, because that happened one time right before we cut How Do You Want It? And see, when Pac came there, he had Johnny J with him. Johnny J was the producer. So Johnny J would tell me what he wanted me to play, and I would instantly play it. And we all party. I met his wife. Everybody was there. Everybody there. All the big guys that was there, they'd tell you about me. They'd tell you about my character. They'd tell you about how cool I thought I was. And it was really a party. It was like a hip hop Motown, because I was around Motown as a kid, so I kind of knew the vibe. But it was like a hip hop Motown, because they would be cutting all night, all day. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about good music, bringing in horn players, bringing in other bass players, sometimes other guitar players, but not too many of them, because I pretty much had that covered. It would be quite a few big-time people there, like Roger would be there, and Roger had times when he was there. And me and Roger, they would always call me to be in the band whenever they had the big shows on TV. So I played Saturday Night Live 3 times. I played it twice with Snoop, and I played 1 time with Tupac.
This is a Jmix exclusive.
What up, shut up?